Hello, military friends and families. This is From the Frontlines. Today I want to talk about something that comes up again and again in our community, even when no one says it out loud. Why asking for help feels like risk. For a lot of people outside the military, asking for help may sound simple. You're struggling, you reach out, you get support. But for service members, veterans, and often their families, it doesn't feel that clean. It feels risky. From the very beginning, military culture teaches self-reliance. You're trained to push through discomfort, to finish the mission, to not become the problem. You learn quickly that being dependable means not drawing attention to yourself, especially when things are hard. That mindset doesn't disappear when a uniform comes off. For many service members, asking for help has been tied to consequences, career impact, losing opportunities, being seen differently by leadership or peers. Even when the system says it's safe, lived experience tells a different story. So people adapt. They minimize what they're feeling. They tell themselves others have it worse. They wait until things are unbearable before saying anything. And by then, the cost is higher. Guard and reserve members often carry an added layer of risk. They move between military and civilian worlds, knowing that asking for help in one system can affect how they're seen in the other. There's uncertainty about who gets access to what, and whether support will follow them or work against them. Veterans carry their own version of this risk. Once you're out, asking for help can feel like reopening chapters you work hard to close. Paperwork, evaluations, labels, a fear that your story will no longer belong to you once it's documented. So silence becomes safer than honesty. Families feel this too. Spouses and caregivers often hesitate to ask for support because they don't want to make things worse for the person they love. Parents worry about stigma. Partners worry about being seen as a problem household instead of a strong one. Everyone is trying to protect something. The truth is, asking for help feels risky because for a long time, it was risky. And pretending otherwise doesn't build trust. Acknowledging that reality does. Support doesn't fail because people are weak. It fails when systems don't feel safe enough to enter. That's why peer support matters. Peer spaces lower the stakes. They allow people to talk without immediately being assessed, categorized, or documented. They create room for honesty before decisions are made. They let people test the water without jumping all the way in. The Dwyer peer-to-peer programs exist to name these truths, not to judge them. Asking for help shouldn't feel like surrender. It shouldn't feel like you're gambling with your future. And it shouldn't feel like you have to be at rock bottom to deserve support. If you're carrying something and hesitating to speak, that hesitation makes sense. You didn't imagine it, but you also don't have to carry it alone forever. This work is about changing the culture, not just offering services. It's about creating spaces where asking for help feels safer than staying silent. That's the work. That's the mission. If you would like to connect with the Dwyer program, visit the Dwyer Coalition website. You can also visit our social media platforms where we connect the community to all the Dwyer programs and our community partners across New York State. Some resources include food pantries, clothing closets, support groups, and many more services. So share, and all that good stuff, and don't forget to take care of yourself.